way in your Sunday morning. I've had an amazing week. Let's just start with that. A lot of times we take for granted things that we do throughout the week just because we simply feel like, oh, well, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing there. We just look back and like, it was an okay week. This week, I actually challenged myself. I had challenged myself to be better this week. And I honestly, truly believe that with that challenge, I came out on top. I've been talking a lot about, especially like with the life things that have been happening, a lot of life transitionings and things like that, just being more conscious of how I'm treating myself. Self-care has become the number one thing in my life now, instead of just career and moving around and trying to be here and be there and be seen. I'd rather be seen happy and healthy, wholly. So I've been doing a lot of self-care actions, and this week I actually started working with a trainer. So shout out to Juan, who is amazing. Juan always makes sure that I'm good, but now he's also making sure that I'm healthy. He's my new trainer, and we're starting on this journey because I hate to say this because it's gonna make me sound so old. But in October, I'll be celebrating 10. Excuse me. Oh, got a little congested there, but it'd be 10 years since I graduated college. So it's the 10th year anniversary of that. And I wanted to make sure when I went back on the yard, because I've not been on the yard in 2 years. We didn't have homecoming there in 2020. And last year, people just wasn't feeling it because there was still too much going on. But this year, Beyonce said we back outside. So she said we outside, and the CDC said we can outside, and Dr. Fuji said we outside. But more importantly, Beyonce said we back outside. We back outside. And I didn't want to go back looking like 2023, 2022. I wanted to go back looking like 2012 Kelvin. So that's the goal, to get back to fighting shape, and getting in fighting shape. Juan is actually teaching me how to fight. Because y'all know I've never gotten in a fight before. I've never like actually thrown a punch before. So Juan is teaching me how to do boxing. We're taking some boxing classes, which I'm high key excited about because I never taken those before. So I'm learning how to actually box, which is gonna be really, really fun. We did week one of the training. I am sore as fuck because I don't know how to stretch. I don't know how y'all yoga people and all these other people wake up every morning and actually get active. Like I'm a morning person. I get up, I go to work. I don't drink coffee. I may have a kombucha, but that's like the only energy I get, right? But I don't know how y'all get up and go to the gym every morning, because I'm up at 6 to be meet him at 7:30. So I gotta take the dog out. Shout out to Zora, my daughter. She's doing great. For those who are wondering, she's doing great. She's learning how to pee on pads and things like that. But we'll get into that later. But getting up and doing it at 7:30 every morning, I'd be tired. I'd be tired. But I'm finally getting the hang of things. I think I'm finally getting in the swing of just honestly just getting up and doing what I need to do so I can have a productive day. A lot of my morning rituals have changed too. Now I get up a little bit earlier. As at 6, I said I get out and walk the dog. And I also say my meditations in the morning before my meditations and my affirmations before getting out and going outside to the park. I want to encourage everybody this week to actually go out and like go outside. This week has been really just like rejuvenating because I've actually been outside and one with nature, working out outside and making sure that I'm healthy, but also like connecting back to the earth. The Bible says, "Ash to ashes, dust to dust." We come from the dirt and we'll return back to said dirt. So being outside and just with that has really just been like really, really changing to me, because now I feel like I am honestly just one with everybody and everything that God has given. And I think that's a good place to be. I think that's a good place to start, to be reconnected. So I've been working out, and that's been a whole journey, an extreme journey for me. But then also, for those who have been wondering, like, where's Kelvin's hats? Like, you dropped this page 20 years ago, and you have not dropped anything since. I actually went out and I was motivated to go get some samples, and I ordered a few samples for Stick Figure Clothing. So the brand release was supposed to be this July. the re-release, the actual release, but then life happened and things pushed things back. And when I learned that you should never put expectations or a date on creativity, when it's ready, it's ready. There's nobody rushing me. There's not a big corporate will behind me. There's not somebody that's financing this project that says, Kelvin, you must put it out by this time. So I've learned to tell myself to stop rushing things and allow things to happen in a natural time. So I've taken a break from the creative process just to see what I like and what I don't like. But now I feel like I am ready to jump out there. So we're getting back at the hats. They'll be out really, really soon. I don't want to put a date on it because if I don't like these samples, guess what's going back? Guess what's not coming out? So I'm excited about that, and it's been really, really cool and exciting for me to be able to be creative again, especially in this fashion world. For those who don't know, stick figure clothing was a brainchild of mine because I've always been tall and skinny, and they never really had clothes to fit me. Either the arms are too short, or the legs are too short, or the pants are too big, or it's too big in the shirt. So I decided, why not fix that? So we're starting an apparel line, but first we're going to start with the hats because I'm a bald man and I wear a hat almost every darn day. So we're going to start with the hats. And the hats are fitted truckers, well, snapback truckers. And I think they're kind of cool. I think the designs that I came up with are going to be really, really nice. So for your man in your life, or if you're a girl that just like to wear hats, this one may be for you. I'm excited about how that's going to come and what that's going to look like in our near future, because everybody needs to get a stick figure. I also want to encourage everybody out there that may not know what to do with their own career and are struggling to put something out. Take your time. If there's nobody that's financing you but you, take your time. If there's no one saying that you must have this deadline but you, take your time. I think a lot of times we get so caught up in the things that we should be doing, or we feel like we should be moving this far ahead or that far ahead, that we don't say that this is my own time. And don't rush your greatness. Don't rush your creativity. You're not Virgil Abloh yet. You're not House of Gucci yet. There's nobody on your neck saying you must create these designs at this time. Take your whole time and get ready when you're ready. Because if not, you're going to rush the process, and no one likes to rush the process. Do it on your own time. Even if your friends are down your back, shout out to my friends that always yell at me, but make sure that you are doing it in your own time. Make sure that it's right for you. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in the clock, in the shot clock, but we're not on the basketball court. We're not on the football team. As creatives, we are allowed our space to breathe and let the creativity flourish naturally. I know you feel like, oh, I'm too old for this, or time is going this, or I promised I'll do this by this age, or I said I was going to have this done by that. That's okay. That's great. What does that timeline really mean unto you? It's great to have a timeline to set goals. It's great to have a marker of where you want to be. But if you don't make it at that time and that moment, that is okay. Because we're not working on our time, we're working on God's timing. We're not working on a man-made clock, we're working on God's clock. And sometimes God's clock works a little bit differently from ours. Sometimes we have to wait a little bit. Sometimes it happens a little bit faster than we think. Well, I know what's going to happen. It will happen when it's supposed to happen. So creators, take your time. Move at your own pace. Allow yourself the room to breathe. Allow yourself the room to feel the creativity. I was talking to one of my friends, and he is preparing a series for a web series for a streaming network, and he was feeling the pressure of it all and just not enjoying the process as much as he should be. And I always take a moment to encourage him to remember that these are the moments that we used to pray for. These are the moments that we used to be like, you know what, I can't wait to have this opportunity to this, and this. So don't waste those moments and those precious opportunities stressing about what's not happening. Relish in the fact that it's actually happening. But what we're doing, it's things that's not going to go right. Things are going to go absolutely wrong. It's Murphy's Law. What will go wrong, what could go wrong, will go wrong. But it's not about what goes wrong. It's not about what happens to us. It's not about how bad it is. It's how we react to it. How do we see that situation? How do we come out of those situations and make things better for ourselves? How do we turn this table around? Are we seeing this thing half empty or half full? What is your perspective of what is going on? And when we take those moments and we take those times to actually look at what's going on and look at the bigger picture and enjoy the ride and enjoy the moment and say that this is what I waited for, you'll come out a lot happier. Also telling them that you can see when people are having fun or loving what they're doing and the passion in their project. You can see that on camera. You can hear it in their voice. You can see if the set was fun. You can see if the set was argumentative or problematic because you can feel it in their art. And don't neglect your art or let down the people that's going to receive your art because you can't enjoy the moment. You ever listen to a sad song? You're just like, damn, that person was really going through it. That person was really going through it because their emotions are emoted inside of that song and it's put there because that energy transfers and you feel that. Would you ever listen to a good love song like Anita Baker, You Give Me Joy, or Give Me the Best That I Got, or All I Do, or just songs that make you feel good and happy or make you feel love? The songs you play at your wedding are usually those songs that come from a place of love, a place of joy, a place of yearning for another person. And you can feel that because that energy has been transferred into the art. And that's the same thing that happens with our art, with these podcasts, when you're making music, when you're making a movie, when you're drawing, when you're painting, when you're cooking. If you're a culinary artist, you can feel the love or the anger or the hate that has been put inside that. So when you're making your projects, make sure that you are making them with your best foot forward. And don't stress about the small, minute things because people can feel that in your art. People can honestly feel what you're feeling in your art. I didn't know that this first part was going to turn to Uniquely Speaking, but somehow it did. It's just been on my heart, and I guess it's just what's been on my mind. No, but that's been my week. It's been a week of rediscovering. It's been a week of transformation. It's been a week of learning that your boundaries are only set by you. What you choose to be and how you choose to be it are set by you. Our mind blocks are set by ourselves. Full transparent moment. I can't do a push-up for shit. My upper body strength is the trashiest, the most trash of trash upper body strength I've ever had or you've ever seen in your entire life. But I'm really proud of myself because I actually did push-ups this week. And if you know me, that is a task within itself. I know I'm so brolic and I have all this muscle and I'm a zaddy. But sometimes it's hard for me to do a simple push-up. But I was happy that I actually got out there and did the entire thing. That I set through the workout, that I didn't give up on myself, that I continued to push myself forward. Hey, baby. And that's what I'm telling you all. Get out there and do it. The boundaries that we set on ourselves are only the boundaries that we set on ourselves. They're not man-made. Well, they are man-made. They're not ordained by God. And sometimes they're self-made. Push yourself. My baby Eric's finally here. He looks good.
I'm here.
I was given an early Uniquely Speaking and started talking about my weekend, and I don't know why I just turned into a motivational speaker. I feel like top in the morning with Keith. What you done did? Look at you. You always knocking the bottom off.
Who the freak set this up like this? Who did that?
I don't know.
Like, whose clever idea was it to say, "Hey, let's make this really tall and not put it back where it was"?
You see what I be saying? You see what I be saying? It's okay.
Let it get the best of me.
We'll figure it out. I can figure this part out. We'll take this down and bring it up somehow. How are you? Stressed?
Stressed and tired, y'all. Happy Sunday. I'm so sleepy because I want to be on the phone till freaking I don't know when.
You was on the phone?
Well, I was I went out yesterday with a few friends, Jay Lamar, Dwayne, and some other friends.
Ooh, where'd y'all go?
Child, we went to Hollywood for a friend's birthday, and We stayed in Hollywood because it was just nigga central.
Yeah, that's how it was downtown at Shoo Shoo Baby. I was surprised I was in Shoo Shoo Baby.
I was tired.
Yeah.
We started at like 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got home at like 12.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired. Like Shoo Shoo Baby, I was like, no, I have nothing for
Shoo
this.
Shoo Baby was cute.
I know. I imagined it was, and probably packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Too many people. I was spent the whole day. Like I was supposed to be releasing the trade, and they just kept finding me. And I had all my skin out yesterday. Yesterday was like, how you have those days where like guys are like looking at you, but you're not sure if you're their cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday was not one of those days. Like it was all the trade, and I had no clothes on, and it was just like a lot of eye
Wait, where were
contact.
you at?
Hollywood.
Hollywood Boulevard? Like where
Oh.
specifically in Hollywood?
Shit. The place was called like Station 1640.
Said enough.
That whole area was just trade.
Yeah.
Trade. And like because I wasn't able to identify if they were straight or not, I didn't approach some of them, but like the stares and then like the subtle conversations with some, I was like, child, look.
Did you get a number?
Um
Eric, where's the follow-through game?
I know it's not
Have
great.
I not taught you anything?
It was tough because it's like I don't like to approach this music is loud.
It is. It got louder when you came in and started yelling.
Jesus, not blazing hip hop and R&B and nothing
it's
but
been
the
really
hits.
chilled. Like the first 15 minutes have been really, really chill.
Really?
It has.
What happened?
You.
Oh, well, I come in the room and I shake it. Pop Smoke voice. So, yeah, I didn't want to approach any of them because I was not sure if they were playing for my team. Like the looks and stuff were one thing, but like I don't want to approach no big ass man and be like, hey, can I have your number? And then they try and hit me.
Man.
I'm not into that. So I did not. There was one guy, I got his Instagram. We are actually hanging out and he was cool. But it was what it was. I'm also on like this whole I could do bad all by myself moment. And I think that's why there's so much interest being expressed, because once you decide to focus on yourself, that's when people come through and try and throw you off your path.
That's how it always is.
Mm-hmm. So y'all could probably hear me sweating through the microphone. Yeah, so that was great. You look cute.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. I just feel like putting on clothes today.
I feel that.
I
don't know why. It's hot. It's hell.
Yeah, it is hot.
How are you gonna make it?
I don't know. My knees are out. This is perforated.
Mm-hmm.
Is this? Would you say this is perforated?
I've never used that word.
Holes in it. It's like perforated.
I would be the wrong person.
Yeah, like a perforated paper like has holes in it.
So how? Oh yeah, that's true. So how come out of all your body parts, your knees are out?
I don't know. What else do I have out?
I don't know. I just think that that's a very interesting target spot.
Well, this thigh thing is out.
Barely.
And this is perforated.
I feel like you want easy access. No
knees?
Free promo.
Easy access to my knees?
You know what happens when people on their knees?
Well, I know what hangs to my knees, but I don't know if they...
Wow, that is wild. That's wild. Keith will be hearing about that at the end of the show. Because absolutely unacceptable, inappropriate.
You want to expose me.
Oh, I don't have to. The streets have. So is Twitter.
I keep hearing about this rumor.
Have you?
Yeah.
What have you heard?
That someone has like a Twitter.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Twitter.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
People keep talking about it.
And there's a few of us in a text thread trying to identify whose Twitter we believe it
crazy.
is. And I think we cracked the code.
Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So count your days, bitch.
That's crazy. Like 4 people came up and asked me, do you have a Twitter? I'm like, what Twitter are you talking about?
Uh-huh. Who came up and asked you that?
I'm not going to disclose those things.
Oh, okay. We'll talk during commercial break. You bitches count your days too. We weren't supposed to bring it to him until we were certain.
Why are people talking to me about these things?
Mm-hmm. You thought you was undercover.
It's my prayer line. If you want to know my other Twitter, it's Kelvin Praise at Unique.
A moment of silence for that lie. That poorly executed lie. So yeah, I'm like not even half asleep, 75% asleep. I really just want to sleep. Happy to be here though. Definitely happy to be here. It was just a long day and I'm still on my no drinking and no Popeyes fast. So that is
going?
Great. It's really allowing me to get through this a lot easier.
So you even went yesterday through your
Mm-hmm.
trade shopping with no alcohol.
The first day party was actually hosted by Jim Beam
So why were you so tired?
because the day started. The day didn't start. The day started for me at like 1ish. Like that's when I was like setting my intentions on going and doing things, and then got out there at 3, got home at 12, stayed on the phone till like 3 in the morning, did the outline, fell asleep for 4 hours, woke up. It
Who were
was
you on the phone with?
none of your business. We'll talk during commercial break.
Ooh.
But it's a really
Wow.
nice
Airing out
guy,
rumors and
a
phone
friend of
calls.
mine.
Okay, Kelly Price. He left with my man.
Well,
He lied. He cheated.
child,
So-
child, let's not manifest that. So yeah, I was on the phone, and then I finally fell asleep, got like 3.5 hours of sleep, and then woke up and came here. But public transportation screwed me. That's why I was late. Because I follow Google Maps train schedule, and normally it's right.
Mhm.
Not this morning, not today, Mary J. Blige voice. And I was just sitting there like, you know what? I'm too tired to be frustrated.
Mhm.
You don't even have the energy to give to that. I was just like, it'll come.
Mhm.
It'll come. Can't afford live. So I was like, the train gonna come.
It's gonna be here.
And surely
They
enough,
did do construction outside, and I walked through and it messed up the bottom of my J's that I just cleaned. So I was a little upset about that. But
it smells so disgusting.
yeah, and I feel like I'm sticky because Uber. I took the Uber because I thought I was gonna be late, and he had to drop me off across the street. And I had to walk across
Through the asphalt.
Yeah, and I just feel like I'm sticky, and I'm mad about it.
I know that's not good for our health.
Oh,
like
it's not.
walking through those fumes, I was like, why is this happening? I mean, it has to happen, and probably on a Sunday because less traffic. But I was like, this shit, no,
Not cute.
it's giving me the oblongs tease.
Not the oblong.
2 titties, 1 eye.
Definitely.
Wait, no, the mom had 2 eyes.
Yeah, the mom had 2 eyes.
Someone had
The
1
dad-
eye.
The
dad had no arms and no legs.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that was given. But yeah, it's been a great weekend. The fast is going well.
What
I
the
find
hell
that I
is
have
going
more
on?
energy.
Nothing being mad that none of the stuff is where it's supposed to be. Go ahead. Keep going.
I have more energy and I don't feel as fatigued. Like if I would get adequate amounts of sleep, I'd be great. So, I do feel like there are times where I'm like, I wish I could pregame and like really turn up. But I think that for this month, my goal has been to find my vibe outside of alcohol. Because, a lot of people feel like they have to drink to get into the mood and to be social, et cetera, myself included. Even though I'm a socialite, I don't always want to do it. So liquor kind of like forces me to do it. So now, just finding my stride this month without the assistance of alcohol has been nice. And yesterday was pretty much a sober day until it wasn't. I didn't drink, but we ended up, indulging in some 420 activities. Okay, wow. Just because
I was trying to. I really was just trying to rename this. Stop fucking moving this.
I don't understand why people do that.
I don't know why they keep doing that, but I'm about to rename it. Don't fucking move it.
Just put your shit where it's supposed to go and leave it there. like every week.
Every week.
But yes, so I feel great. Just sleepy. Happy to be here though.
Well, I'm happy you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to find out who you was on the phone with.
Yeah. Just a little ting ting.
I want to know who you was on the phone with.
Just a little ting ting. No, he's just a friend. He's just a friend. Mario voice. He's just a friend. He's a nice, attractive friend, but he's just a friend.
I have nice, attractive friends too.
That you sleep with?
No.
Because you are a different breed of bitch.
If I say you're my friend, I have not slept with you.
We slept together.
Yeah, we slept in the same bed. We didn't bump purses.
Wow. Well, you should specify. I actually did find myself banging my JanSport against your Telfar. So I don't know how accurate that is. I think that if we're going to do this show, there should be a certain level of honesty and transparency. And if we're not going to abide by that, let's just not do it. Mm-hmm.
Well, if Eric said we bump purses, then we bump purses. And we're going to talk about how that happened after this break.
By that, let's just not do it. Mm-hmm.
Well, if Eric said we bump purses, then we bump purses. And we're going to talk about how that happened after this break.
Hey, Jackie, what's wrong?
I'm over here running around trying to tell everybody about the Podcast Pit.
What's the Podcast Pit?
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Of course there will be. It's at Joxer Dailies in Culver City. They have a full bar and a full menu.
Hey, I may need to tell people about this as well.
Yes, come with me. Let's tell them. The Podcast Pit is coming. The Podcast
Pit is coming. Hey, what's up, business owners? Are you looking to take your business a step forward? Are you looking for more people to know what you have to offer? You are in luck. The Good News Radio has a special deal for you right now. You can get a commercial slot 4 times a day, every day for a month. If you are interested, email contact@tgnradio.net for more information.
Manuel Jones, also known as Zach, the original Black Ranger. Hey, and make sure you're checking out TGN Radio. Hey.
Peace, family, brother Reza. So I'm here. You already know I'm checking in with TGN Radio, Black owned. So you already know that's where I'm at. Tap in.
Hey, beautiful people. It is the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devante.
And it's me, Kelvin Unique, and we are the Get Right Radio Show.
Here on TGN Talk. Are you going to church on Sunday?
Hell no, I'll be right here live at 10. We got all the celebrity entertainment news with my favorite segment.
Bitch, you better read.
And you know, of course, I'm going to get you right and get you out that door spiritually with some Uniquely Speaking.
Oh, I need it. The kids need it. And this is why y'all need to tune into us every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. here only on TGN Talk.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Sharique LeMay, and make sure you are checking out Limelight Live Show on TGN Talk 7 p.m. every single Thursday. That's right, we're talking creative news and reviews and the best of it. Catch us then.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you The Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Hey, Peyton, you know what I've been craving lately? Some ice cream.
Now we have to go to Slush and Roll. They have the best handmade ice cream rolls. You can add any toppings you like. Sprinkles, crushed Oreos, and my favorite, marshmallows. And you can top it off with whipped cream or delicious chocolate drizzle.
I just looked them up, and you can find them at 12742 Crenshaw Boulevard in Hawthorne, California. And they even have vegan options, too.
They sure do. And they are open from Tuesday to Sunday, 12 to 8 p.m.
And I just followed them on Instagram at Slush and Roll. Sounds too good. Let's go right now.
Yay!
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot.
Hey, we are back, and you are listening to the Get Right Radio Show. And Calvin was just lying about how we have not bumped purses.
We haven't bumped purses.
I just told you about the JanSport and the Telfar.
Was it good?
I mean, the JanSport is kind of heavy, so.
It is kind of heavy.
Yeah, it's,
I love my Telfar. It's delicate.
Person to person.
It's vegan leather.
That was my first top experience. Having my JanSport on top of the Telfar. And the Telfar definitely got crushed. There wasn't anything in it to like.
Wasn't anything in it. That vegan leather just.
Yeah, it's just very much like.
Over.
It's like it freshly came out the package, just flat. So, great experience for everyone involved. Great experience for everyone involved.
Oh, jeez. That's how rumors get started. Like,
I know. I start half of them.
Like that Twitter. I don't know why people get a Twitter.
Baby, don't make me go there.
What is going on?
I don't really want to go there. So let's play nice. Can we get into Bitch You Better Read? I know I'm like so behind. I don't know where we are.
Yes.
Okay.
Into Bitch You Better Read.
Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, it is time for Bitch You Better Read.
What's my favorite word?
Do not have to apologize to me. Number one. Ricky Martin faces up to 50 years in prison for domestic abuse claims in relation to alleged sexual relationship with his 21-year-old nephew. And when I heard this, I thought, wow, trailer park, oh my God, incest, yikes, Ricky, not even during Pride Month, at least, thank God.
It's a lot going on.
It was a flurry of emotions. Yes, wow. Although he's taken a step back from the spotlight to be a father in the last few years, new explosive allegations have Latin superstar Ricky Martin in the headlines. According to news reports, Ricky Martin allegedly had a sexual relationship with his 21-year-old nephew, who was just identified as the person who filed a restraining order against him due to claims of stalking and domestic abuse. Oh, wow. Living La Vida Loca.
Okay.
Yahoo News reports that earlier this month, Ricky Martin and his legal team firmly denied any wrongdoing after Martin was served with a restraining order in Puerto Rico for stalking and domestic abuse. At the time, the alleged victim in the case was not identified due to Puerto Rican law 54, but that has now changed, and the individual is reportedly a family member. Ricky Martin's brother just dropped the bombshell that the person Ricky was accused of stalking and abusing was his nephew, Daniel Yadil Sanchez, who he allegedly had a sexual relationship with for almost a year. In the allegations made by Martin's nephew, he alleged that after he ended the 7-month relationship with Ricky Martin, his uncle did not take the news well and began stalking him outside his home and constantly reaching out via phone calls and text messages. This is wild. Additionally, Sanchez claimed he suffered from both physical and psychological abuse during the relationship. Under Puerto Rican law, if Ricky Martin is proven guilty, he could be sentenced up to 50 years in prison. What? Whoa. The case is set to begin on July 21st. Earlier this month, just after the restraining order, news broke. Ricky Martin took to social media to proclaim his innocence while stating that he could not go into detail due to the case being an open investigation. The protection order entered against me is based on completely false allegations, so I will respond through the judicial process with the facts and the dignity that characterize me. But it is an ongoing legal matter. I cannot make detailed statements at this time. I am grateful for the countless messages of solidarity, and I received them with all of my heart. Ricky Martin wrote all of this on Twitter. As of now, Ricky Martin has not publicly responded to the reports of a relationship with his nephew. Gross.
Okay, so
Gross.
when I first heard this, because I remember like a man was suing Ricky Martin, put the restraining order against him, saying that that some things had happened, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. And Ricky quickly put that out, and then this story came out, and I'm like, wait, are they? It's out there.
Yeah.
I did not see this coming.
No, not for Ricky Martin.
I thought Ricky Martin was married.
I thought he was too. I thought he was like committed to some other Latin man, and they was just doing what they do.
That's what I thought
maybe
too.
in Puerto
So-
Rico.
And then when the restraining order popped up, I was like, wait, what's this restraining order about? And then when this came out, I was like, wait, what is this about? So I thought it was like a smear campaign against Ricky Martin. I didn't know like what was going on. But this is some very serious allegations.
Yeah, this is wild. And what do you want with your 21-year-old nephew? Like Ricky, you're Ricky Martin.
That's what I'm saying. Like
You are like the Fabio of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And you can have any guy you want to, and you fucking in your family.
And he's still married.
That's gross. And your 21-year-old nephew. And was he 21 for the whole 7 months, or did he turn 21 somewhere in there?
Or is he 21 now and he was
20 when they started?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or like what's going on?
I don't know. That's wild. I don't know. This is all alleged, by the way, but like what?
Yeah, because he's still with Yusuf.
Come on, Yusuf. Well, what does Yusuf feel about this?
Yusuf hasn't made a statement.
Because he's appalled and disgusted. Because what is Ricky doing other than living La Vida Loca? Child, I'm sweating so much. These headphones is just running off my ears.
I'm so confused.
Child, I don't know, but like I was having this conversation with a friend that if we really knew what all these people, all celebrities had going on in their personal life, we would not have any pop culture to enjoy.
None.
Because in this day of cancel culture, I feel like Ricky Martin is eligible. I personally have no interest in canceling him. I just think like I'm just judging him because that's wild. But like, you know, for the masses, they may want to get his ass out the door. And that just makes me wonder, like, what don't we know about these celebrities that would really, really not be okay? Telling y'all, don't idolize these people. I mean, yeah, it's great to like stand their work and support the art, but like, you don't know them. You do not know them. And just because you've been on a few lives, maybe got a retweet or something like that, you do not know these people.
At all.
You do not, okay?
At all.
Keep your loyalty and allegiance to your family and friends.
To yourself.
And yourself. But like, don't get stupid behind these celebrities. You do not know what kind of weird shit they got going on. Number two. A Florida man poses as a state trooper to arrest his ex-girlfriend. Wow.
Can't get mad that he got the outfit.
I'm not mad. Claude Francis of Key Largo violated a court-ordered injunction from March when he contacted his ex-girlfriend. Investigators from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office said he consistently stalked her by calling, texting, and mailing the victim USB devices that contained messages. Additionally, Tristram used an app that allowed him to conceal his identity and change his phone number. According to NBC2, Monroe County 911 Communications Center received a phone call from someone who claimed to be an off-duty New York State trooper and reported a possible drunk driver on the road. Deputies approached the vehicle and were approached by Tristram, who attempted to assist, who said he knew where his ex-girlfriend was going. However, deputies learned that the woman was not intoxicated, and she explained that Tristram was a former boyfriend who harassed her. Detectives followed up the investigation and traced the DUI report that Tristram made to the phone application that he used to stalk his ex-girlfriend. After receiving the records, they were to identify that the calls came from Tristram's account. He was later arrested and charged with false impersonation of a police officer after they could not locate him within the New York State Trooper database. According to NBC Miami, Tristram's previous arrest record was for battery and contempt of court in 2021. A similar incident occurred last year when two Florida men impersonated U.S. Marshals. Last February, Walter Brown Jr., who was 53, and Gary Brummett, who is 81, were at the Wyndham Deerfield Resort and threatened hotel staff with arrest if they made them wear a mask on the premises. The pair allegedly claimed that they were medically exempt from the hotel's policies regarding masks and flashed false laminated identification cards to avoid the hotel's mask policy. It would have been so much easier to just wear the mask. I am exempt from any ordinance requiring face mask usage in public. Wearing a face mask poses a mental and or physical risk to me. Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, I am not required to disclose my condition to you. According to a criminal complaint, the two men refused to wear masks on 2 occasions, and one of the hotel staff, whose cousin works as an actual U.S. Marshal, said it was concerning how a federal agent would have an issue wearing masks. The hotel manager contacted authorities to confirm their claims. Upon their arrest, officers said Brown and Brummett were seen dining together and wearing authentic badges on their belts with a 7-point star that reads Cherokee Nation Marshal, as reported by ABC News. Both men were arrested for impersonating a federal officer. Investigators also confirmed that the men were never employees of the U.S. Marshal Service and the Cherokee National Marshal Service. They were held at the Joseph V. Conte? We're going to say Conte. They were held at the Joseph V. Conte facility in Pompano Beach? Pompano. Ciao. First off, I need HU to stop packing 2 similar stories in one, because they don't circle back to the original.
At all.
Which is kind of
trash.
Yeah. So, if you ever are in the group chat, just drop that message in there. Hey, one story at a time. But
would you ever go that far to arrest him? Like get back at your ex?
Post as a state trooper?
As a straight trooper, yeah.
As a straight trooper. Yes. Yes.
Would you really?
Mm-hmm.
Revenge is that deep?
Lock him out. Lock him and Tyra up. I want them both under the jail. No, I don't care that much. Like, you would really have to do some foul stuff for me to go as far as impersonating a state trooper, a federal service agent, whatever. Like, that's mad work. Also, I had to buy the uniform, laminate the badges. Like, I had to go out of my way. This is commitment.
This is an elaborate crime.
So if you haven't scorned me, I just can't see myself doing that much work to get you back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have that much resentment for anybody just yet.
Not just yet.
Yeah,
do you think it's to come?
I don't know.
I hope not.
I heard when you get older, love hurts a little deeper.
Because you feel like time is of the essence.
Yeah.
Not you killing bitches because you feel like your time is coming.
I know. That's why I feel like, I don't know, with this dating thing. I went on a date or 2 this week.
Really? I have a date tonight. Is this a different person? Are they all different people? Wow, I love that. How many dates did you pay for?
Well, we went half and half on all of them. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Go Dutch.
Yeah, I pay for this, you pay for that.
Then we bump purses. Your Jen's.
I've not bumped any purses. Which I don't know. What am I paying for?
Experience, connection. Shit costs. Everything's expensive. We're in a recession.
Yeah.
And inflation is a bitch. So the least you could do is pay for their cheesecake, and they pay for your truffle fries.
With no cheese.
Right. Oh. I guess just fries. Why do you go out? Why do you eat?
Fuck you eating for? The fuck?
Shit, you can't eat shit anyway. The fuck? Can't you just think about food?
Okay.
Isn't that enough at
You
this point?
manifest the food in your mind.
Right. Like, damn.
And then it goes in your belly.
Wasting away this time. But no, I wouldn't go that far. That's excessive.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely excessive. What's the wildest thing you've done to get back at an ex?
Cheat with their friend.
Oh, was this in college?
Mm-hmm.
You told me about this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You whore.
Definitely did. They cheated on me with somebody, so guess what I did? Cheated on them with the same somebody.
And you want to know who started that rumor about the Twitter page?
That same.
You should have your ex in college.
Ex in college.
We're actually pretty cool now.
Screenshot it, send the
Mhm.
link.
Look,
Look
and
at the
then
tattoos. Look at the tattoos.
and at the first picture, he said, "This bitch's days are numbered." And I was like, "Wow."
His career is going down.
Down. Now, I actually think he CC BuzzFeed in one of them.
This is great.
I was like, I don't think we should be as like. He was like, "This is bigger than you." And I shut up. I absolutely
It's a
shut up.
puppy now.
Yeah. I've never had to get back at an ex.
No,
I've had
I
opportunities where I guess I could have,
yeah,
but
I
I haven't.
regret doing that.
Mm.
That was young,
Mhm,
impressionable, angry,
mhm.
didn't know how to express myself. So I did something that was childish. Would I do that now? No.
Why did his friend go through with that?
Why wouldn't his friend go through with
Are they friends?
that? I don't know.
Did he find out?
Is he listening today?
Calvin, you never told him?
Is he listening today?
I feel like he knows. You haven't been in college in some years.
I was telling these people this was your anniversary.
Wow. So you have to go back for homecoming this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's exciting.
And if they heard this, I guess it's gonna be a fight.
I may go and run through your cues.
Come, the side so nice they had to name it twice.
It depends. What do they look like? Because not all cues look like the fantasy.
Our side chapter is a good chapter.
I don't care about their pledging practices. Do they look good?
I'm gonna try to find it right now.
Okay. Because some men of certain organizations don't always fit what you expect them to look like. And I'm not making that
I don't know
trip
what none
to
of the kids
Kentucky.
look like now.
That's true. They're children. Your alumni, what
I
do
don't
they
know
look
what
like?
None of the kids look like. They all look like kids to me now.
What do the alumni look like?
So I'm trying to find. Why are we doing this on the air? We some hoes.
Well,
Oh my god!
you
Oh
are
my god!
out of
This was
pocket.
recorded. My man, that was a private conversation for later.
That's what you said for your first OnlyFans video, and no one's buying
And no
it.
one's buying
Because
it.
it's like, girl, please. You've looked at this camera in multiple angles. Number 3.
Me and Mimi. Number 3.
Jennifer Lewis is honored with a star on the Hollywood
That's
Walk
right.
of Fame. Some good news, some black excellence. Change of pace.
Well deserved.
Absolutely. I'm shocked she's just getting it, but not really. Congrats are in order to the legendary entertainer Jennifer Lewis, who received her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Her work spans decades as she has made an impact in television, film, music, and comedy. On Friday, she was honored for her contributions to the entertainment industry, and she was joined by some fellow heavy hitters to celebrate her big moment. During the ceremony for her star, Jennifer thanked her supporters who said that the moment was long overdue.
That's
and
right.
said, "I want to thank those of you who put those comments on the internet for loving and supporting me throughout the years. But what you don't know is I just wasn't ready because I had not done the real work. The real work was off stage and off camera." She continued, "When I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, somehow I found the strength and the courage to say 3 of the most powerful words in the English language. While getting emotional, she said, 'I need help.' She proceeded to say that she got the help that she needed and encouraged people to get her book to read up on her journey.
That's right. Get the book.
Other big names such as Brandy and Debbie Allen were also present to help Jennifer celebrate her big moment. I love how close Brandy and Jennifer are.
Yeah.
For years, Jennifer has graced many screens and many stages, and she has played many roles that have left everlasting imprints in our minds and hearts. Yes, Kingdom Come is the first one that comes to mind. Just a few of her projects include What's Love Got to Do with It, Poetic Justice, Think Like a Man, The Preacher's Wife, Brothers, Sister Act, and many others. You see, this is why I had to say Kingdom Come, because people always overlook Kingdom Come, and that was Black cinema at its finest with A-list Black celebrities. Kingdom Come was a lineup. Y'all gonna stop playing with that shit. Earlier this year, she wrapped up her role as Ruby Johnson on the ABC hit series Blackish for its 8th and final season. So shout out to Jennifer Lewis. I love her.
Yeah, shout out to Jennifer Lewis.
I love her.
I remember when I was working at Hollywood Unlocked, it was that interview is one of my favorite interviews we've ever did. And she is the same in front of the camera, behind the camera, all around. She came in full of energy, full of wonder, full of greatness. Very nice. The funny thing is, during the interview, she began to get a little emotional. And me being a producer, I have my bag and I know I have tissue in my bag. And I'm going through my bag trying to find what's in the bag. She looks at, little boy, stop rumbling in that bag. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to find some tissue. I'm okay. I'll be okay.
I love her.
I said, oh. And afterwards, she took a selfie with me. And she told me that if I was a little bit old, if she was younger in her younger days, she would have had sex with me.
How did you feel?
I felt accomplished. I felt like the trade that day.
I feel like that's a great feeling.
Yeah, Jennifer Lewis said she would have fucked me.
I understand that.
Yeah, she said, you're my type. I would have fucked you back in the day.
You know, I think that is a nice change of pace for you as opposed to people calling you a fat cunt.
Yeah. Because who called me? Iggy Azalea called me a fat cunt.
I think
Cash Doll, John Legend called me a fat cunt too.
Yeah, the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope.
Mother Teresa.
The Pope, Mother Teresa.
Before Luther Vandross passed, his last words to you was,
Kelvin, you're a fat slut, tramp, or bitch.
Cunt. And then, the moment, so, I'm glad that Jennifer Lewis was a nice, healthy change of pace.
Yeah, me too. So shout out to Jennifer Lewis.
Absolutely.
I will forever, if I ever decide to, try it,
right,
I would try it with Jennifer Lewis.
That's real. That's iconic.
I thought about it. She said, I will fuck you. I said, maybe I'll fuck you too.
Yeah. Why not? How many opportunities in this life?
Well, I get to. That's what she actually said. I would have fucked you. Not like, I would have had sexual intercourse or I would have made love. She said, I would have fucked you. And people don't talk to me like that. So when she said it,
right,
it really touched me.
Right.
And I thought, I'm not gay no more.
Deliver.
I like women's.
Wow.
Older women's with afros.
Wow. That is so specific. That is such a jump.
It is such a jump. And Jennifer, if you're listening, I would like to try it. Only for you. Only for you, Jennifer.
Okay. So would you like that to be incorporated in the last episode of Blackish?
Well, Blackish is off.
It's done already?
Yes, it's done.
Damn, you really didn't strike soon enough.
I did not.
That could have been a moment.
That could have been
for everyone.
For everyone.
The smell of asphalt is coming in the studio.
Yes, it is.
Y'all, child, if we get after the third commercial break and you just see us slumped, call for help.
Please.
Because I don't know. But these fumes is beaming.
Actually very, very strong.
It's a very.
I'm going to turn the air to see if that can circulate a little bit.
I hope. Oh my goodness gracious.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Number 4.
Number 4.
Look, it took him out. All right. So anyone who's been interested in podcasting, I am having auditions for a new co-host. As you can see, Asphalt Asphyxiation took Kelvin down. I don't know how I'm gonna cover the cost of any of this. I might just put him in the bathroom. And yeah, if you could be here next Sunday at 10 a.m., 10:30 for your first day. Like, we all get late sometimes. Don't worry about that. But like 10:30 at the latest, that would be great. Oh, wait, he came back. All right, Keith, can we cut this part of the episode? All right, thank you. So number 4 is an Ohio mother defends a rapist of a 10-year-old daughter. Child, oh God. Too soon. Literally 2 stories away from the original story. That's God saying.
That was God.
Yeah, getting
that
hot.
Was God.
Sit down.
That was God.
So yeah, an Ohio mother defends the rapist of a 10-year-old daughter who had to receive abortion out of state. Oh my God. Yikes. An Ohio mother defended her 10-year-old daughter's rapist who impregnated her, forcing the young girl to travel out of state for an abortion due to a newly implemented state law preventing her from doing it in her own state. The woman, who declined to identify herself, told Noticias Telemundo in Spanish that her daughter is fine, before adding that everything they're saying about the man who confessed to raping the girl is a lie. Gerson Fuentes, who's 27, an illegal immigrant from Guatemala, admitted to raping the young girl, who got pregnant and was forced to travel to Indiana to receive an abortion because her home state of Ohio adopted the so-called heartbeat bill, which bans abortion after the fetal heartbeat is detected. The ban even applies to pregnant, rape, and incest victims. Jesus. On Wednesday, Fuentes was arraigned in Columbus, where he was charged with felony first-degree rape of a child under 13 and had his bail set at $2 million, according to the Daily Mail. He allegedly admitted to vaginal contact with the girl on at least 2 occasions, who was only 9 years old at the time. Why did I pick this story? Authorities became aware of the girl's pregnancy on June 22nd after receiving a referral by the Franklin County Children's Services made by her mother. The fucking audacity. She underwent a medical abortion in Indianapolis a week later on June 30th. Prosecutors in Indiana are now investigating Indianapolis physician Dr. Caitlin Bernard, who performed the procedure despite the fact that abortions are still legal in Indiana, according to Forbes. The state claims that Dr. Bernard did not report the abortion, which must be submitted for patients under the age of 16 to the state health department and child services agency within 3 days after the abortion takes place. And in the girl's own home state of Ohio, Republican Governor David Yost had initially expressed doubt on the veracity of the story, but was rejoiced after an arrest was made, per the Columbus Dispatch. I'm sorry. Does this read that the governor doubted that this happened to this 10-year-old girl?
Yep, I know this was happening.
Okay. All right. Abortion is legal in Indiana up to 22 weeks into a pregnancy, but banned in Ohio after 6 weeks with no exceptions for rape or incest. Roe v. Wade was overturned late last month after a half a century after it was enacted, leaving it to the state's discretion as to if they want to allow it or not. Abortion is now banned in at least 9 states, and more bans are expected in the coming weeks. I included this story because this is a real-time example of why overturning Roe v. Wade was a dumb decision, and I don't understand this country's logic.
Yeah.
This story is not only, I mean, there's so many details that makes this story disgusting, like the mom saying that this man did not do this and that the daughter being raped was a lie. The Republican governor saying that he doesn't believe the veracity of this story or the validity of this story, but being rejoiced that someone actually did do it. Like, y'all, I feel like every day we are living in the Twilight Zone, and I am struggling to keep up at this point because I just cannot. I cannot. It's always some shit, but it's like heavy shit. Heavy,
it's always
real
something.
Life shit.
It's very much something.
Like, I don't
very much something. Go ahead.
This isn't even a moment for me to campaign for like Roe v. Wade to be turned back over. I don't like. This is just like a moment for us to reflect about the times that we're living in, and no, that's it. That was the intention behind this. Like, I really want us to sit and just realize that the world is in a very fucked up place. Because what? Like, rape is a thing. I hate that it's a thing, but it's a thing. But now, knowing that this has been a thing for, I don't even know how long it's been going on, people can't even get abortions to handle the situation. Yeah. It's like, what kind of environment are we creating for people in this world? Yeah. And is this the type of place that you want to bring kids into? And like, really thinking about that, like, what is the state of our country right now? It's like, you know, like, there's not adequate gun laws. There's not adequate like punishment for rapists. I mean, like, well, it's case by case, and then, you know, they specify that based on what community you're part of. And then like, now you can't even like properly handle the situation if that situation, God forbid, does happen to a person. Like, it's just like, what the fuck is happening? And we'll continue this discussion after this commercial break. handle the situation if that situation, God forbid, does happen to a person. Like, it's just like, what the fuck is happening? And we'll continue this discussion after this commercial break.
What's up, everyone? It's your girl Jules from the Primos Chidos. Did you know that recent studies have proven that the Primos Chidos radio increases life expectancy and loss of weight? So make sure to catch us every Thursday at 12 p.m. on the TGN Latinx station.
Are you looking for the best barbershop experience? Then the Locker Room Barbershop is the place for you. Check them out at their new location, located at 16900 Lakewood Boulevard, Unit 204 in Bellflower, California. If you would like to book an appointment, you can check them out at thelockerroom05.com or on Instagram at The Locker Room Barbershop LLC. Feel free to call the number 562-202-9602. Again, that phone number is 562-202-9602. Can't wait to see you at the Locker Room Barbershop.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you the Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Hey, everyone. It's the Primos Chidos.
Hopefully you're enjoying this show, but if it sucks, be sure to check out our show, live Thursdays at 12.
Yeah, join me and my sister and basically my brother as we discuss everything from immigration to ejaculation.
If that sounds interesting, then we're the show for you.
Warning, the following podcast features discussion of sensitive topics, graphic content, and uncensored stupidity. Unless otherwise stated, the featured content is not discussed by professionals or experts. TGN and the Primos Chidos must advise against taking anything said on this program too seriously. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, this is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, and even though they extra as hell, check out Never Not Extra on TGN Network.
That's right.
Y'all gotta have notes, cue cards, teleprompter.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Hey, Jackie, what's wrong?
I'm over here running around trying to tell everybody about the Podcast Pit.
What's the Podcast Pit?
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Of course there will be. It's at Joxer Dailies in Culver City. They have a full bar and a full menu.
Hey, I may need to tell people about this as well.
Yes, come with me. Let's tell them. The Podcast Pit is coming.
The Podcast Pit is coming. Hey, what's up, business owners? Are you looking to take your business a step forward? Are you looking for more people to know what you have to offer? You are in luck. The Good News Radio has a special deal for you right now. You can get a commercial slot 4 times a day, every day.
And we are back. So, we're currently in the last story in Bitch You Better Read, and it's about this unfortunate story of a 10-year-old girl that got raped, and her mom basically tried to disprove the whole story to get this rapist off. And basically we were just talking about how the state of our country is shit, and like what are your feelings about the time that we're living in currently? It's a lot. That's a loaded question. This is wild shit, man.
These are the reasons why Roe versus Wade should not be banned.
Mhm.
Because rape and abortion is a case-by-case situation.
Right.
It is not a blanket thing.
Right.
People have to get abortions for different reasons.
Mhm.
Be it medical, be it rape,
Mhm.
be it near fatal.
Mhm.
We have to stop policing people generally,
Mhm.
blanketly, like
Mhm.
overallly.
Mhm.
I understand if you have your own personal views, but why put that view on everybody else when you don't know everybody's situation?
Yeah.
If you are against abortion, guess what? Don't get an abortion.
Simple as that. As simple as that.
I don't believe in crack. So you know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna do crack. I'm vegan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to put a national ban on cheese.
I was about to say there should probably be a crack ban. It's not helping anyone.
Crack's not helping anyone.
Crack's not helping
But
anyone.
crack could help somebody.
Abortions could save lives. Crack is not.
I went a little bit
helping.
too far with the crack
And
reference.
and it was the first one out the gate. I'm like, oh wow, someone has an affinity towards crack. And
Okay, I'm a crackhead, y'all. Here it is.
I want to
It's
be
out there.
serious so bad. The Calvin
Here
is
we are.
out of his mind. But no, you're right. You're right. Like blanket statements about something as serious as abortion cannot happen,
No.
especially in the case of like, she's fucking 9.
9.
She's 9, and like, had she been in the wrong state, or had she just not been able to get access, this 9-year-old would not have a childhood and be expected to bring someone else up in this world. And the government is not providing them with resources or any type of coverage of any sort. There's no trust fund put in place for that baby's college. Like, there's just nothing. It's just like, you're gonna have this baby. Good luck to everyone involved.
Yeah.
And it's like, what kind of country are y'all running here? Like, America really does give third world, but like with the Gucci belt.
Yeah.
Like that meme is real.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's very scary. And to know that I have like a niece that is growing up. And we call her a future Supreme Court justice. But to think that she may live in a world
Mhm.
where she won't know what Roe versus Wade is, or how they're talking about Plessy versus Ferguson,
Mhm.
or how they're talking about all these other laws that they're trying to change that we had a chance to experience and benefit from in our lifetime.
Mhm.
She may not be able to experience those.
And it doesn't only suck, it's scary.
It's scary because when you think about it, we're going back to the time that our greats or even our grandparents lived through. Like, I was thinking about my grandmother lived through the fact that abortions were illegal, now to that they were legal, and now that they're about to be illegal again.
Mhm.
What does that say about our country? That's one generation.
And what's the goal? Like, what is our country's goal? Like, where are we headed with this? Is my question. Like, why do y'all want to do all of this?
Yeah.
Like, some of y'all, because I know a lot of these like government officials and political representatives, like if they look in their own families, a lot of the shit that they're trying to overturn would mess up their whole situation. So I'm
Whole
like,
family structure.
what is happening here? Like, I feel like I'm in this parallel universe and I'm just kind of watching things play out kind of in horror.
Yeah.
Like in horror. I don't know. Like, I know I want to have kids, but I just don't know if I want to do it here.
I got Zora.
I don't know if I want to do
I
it
got
here.
Zora. She'll be okay.
It's not a safe space. It doesn't feel safe. It feels very spontaneous and very impulsive and very destructive and very hateful. Like, I don't know. I know we're not supposed to be desensitized from the news, but like, I just try and create some separation because I'm just like, yo, this shit is a lot.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every
Like,
day.
people are committing suicide at crazy rates, which I kind of understand at this point, not supporting suicide, but like, I kind of understand, like, there's just like, it really feels like it's all for, like, you got to go for self.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have a support system, you don't have resources, and like, people are really stressing and losing it, and like, whether it be financially, mentally, physically, socially, like romantically, people are at their wits' end. I don't know. Number 5,
child.
Jesus. Look, another wild story. Groom nearly overdoses on his wedding day after someone spiked his drink. Child, bitch, you better really be taking a toll on me. Because I'm like, why do I even, because there's not enough happy stories to balance out.
You're right.
That's why I put Jennifer Lewis in here, because I'm like, I need something. But like, most of these stories, what gets clickbait is the most horrific stories. A Kentucky bride recorded the moment her wedding was nearly ruined when her groom's behavior drastically changed after his drink was spiked. Brandy shared a video on TikTok warning her followers about the frightening experience she witnessed as her husband, Billy, developed symptoms of an accidental overdose. In the clip, she is seen standing outside of the wedding venue with her groom trying to console him. At this point, I was worried he was going to faint and fall down the mountain. His heart was racing. His brain was moving faster than he could form words. He was saying his vows to me, but was unable to think. His emotions were heightened. Billy experienced increased heart rate, dry mouth, sweating, and mood swings. Brandy said she feared her husband would have a heart attack or stroke. According to the New York Post, the couple learned that the unnamed wedding guest spiked Billy's drink with Adderall. Many people intentionally combine alcohol and Adderall in order to party harder and longer, they wrote. So they spike other drinks thinking it will be the hype all night with them. Fuck you causing such trauma to my family for. Billy was later drug tested and evaluated by a nurse, and an investigation was launched by the Parkside Resort to determine what happened during the wedding celebration. The drug is known to treat individuals with ADHD, attention deficit, or hyperactivity disorder, but can be deadly when combined with alcohol or other substances. It can also increase the risk of seizure, the outlet also reported. TikTokers responded to the incident and formed different opinions on the situation. Brandy's post was viewed over 6 million times, and her followers issued advice about legal matters, and even popular TikTokers offered to host a second wedding. I love that.
Oh.
One user named Kina K wrote, "Not me wondering if you can sue for the entire cost of your wedding and recreate a better one," while another wrote, "That friend would be arrested and gone from my life."
Yeah.
Her followers also acknowledged how Billy remained strong throughout the wedding ceremony despite suffering from an accidental overdose. "This was so scary to watch. You can tell immediately that he was in serious distress. Shame on whoever did this. Glad this didn't ruin y'all's special day." The rest of these are like shorter quotes. The outcome of the investigation is currently unknown, but the couple shared the video to spread awareness about the dangers of consuming spiked drinks.
Yeah.
I'm depleted. I'm depleted. This whole bitch you better read was a lot from start to finish. Shout outs to Jennifer Lewis. Shout outs for being the light in the situation. But Ricky Martin, that situation is wild. This situation of this 10-year-old girl, like, God bless her. And the family that's actively supporting her, not the mom, but the people that are actually supporting her.
Yeah.
Like, God bless them. And what else? This couple who had their wedding day almost sabotaged.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never done this on the Get Right. Can we pray?
Yes.
Let's pray. Let's really pray, because I feel heavy.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. Okay. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us life today. Thank you for putting Kelvin and I in this space with this platform. Thank you for all the opportunities that you have blessed us with. I am praying for the protection of us, our family, and our friends, and for the healing of the world. There is a lot of darkness surrounding the world right now, a lot of negative energies, and I'm asking that you not only heal the world, but clear out that negative energy, shower us all in love, peace, tranquility, and just protect over all of us, God. Please remove all negative forces. In Jesus' name we pray, we declare, we manifest. Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the world is crazy.
I mean, like, I worry about my family every day, like, just because of the world.
Did you read about, like, how the story that the older gentleman was going to shoot up the
Yo Gotti?
Yeah,
yes,
because his
the girlfriend broke up
with him?
Yep. I read the headline. I didn't read the story. I was on overload with the sad shit. I was like, yo, the mass shootings gotta stop.
And then they just passed a law in Indiana that you can carry a gun. Like, you don't need license, you don't need anything, you just can carry a gun.
Is Indiana tone deaf?
Gotta be. We are a red state that sometimes turns blue. It's very backwards, very podunk, very what the fuck. You're allowing people, as long as you're over a certain age, to just walk around with a gun.
That's scary. That is really scary that they're deciding to do that in this time specifically.
Yeah.
It's 11-11. Anyone who's not actively, like anyone in a position of power who's not actively trying to go against the grain of what we're seeing happen consistently is scary.
Yeah.
Cause like, what do you
Yeah.
want to see?
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't know. I don't even feel like I have enough sleep in my system to take on all this information. But like, child, I don't know. That was all for bitch. You better read.
What's my favorite word?
Now it's time for the topic.
Flashing lights.
I didn't have a topic. I thought we had a guest today.
Well,
oh, this ghetto show.
No, it's just a ghetto host. It's not the show. It's definitely you. Definitely you.
I am ghetto.
You ghetto Indiana bitch.
Open carry. Try me.
Open carry.
Wanna
This
come-
is
come up to
LA
my
sweet.
state? You wanna come to my
This
state?
is LA.
You wanna take a
No
trip
one
home?
wants to go to Indiana, and
take a
that's
trip
where
home?
you have this situation
We can take a trip
confused.
home.
My home is New York.
My home is Indiana.
Yeah. Sorry
Come visit.
about that. No.
Come visit the Hoosier State.
The what?
The Hoosier State.
What is a Hoosier?
Hoosiers. Hoosiers used to live on top of hilltops. They used to be like nomads, pilgrims, and they used to live on top of hills. Indians did not have any hills, so I don't know where the Hoosiers come from.
You guys couldn't just get Hooters like a bigger city?
Hooters?
Yeah.
I don't know why Hooters not from Indiana.
So why can't y'all just have that
They're
and
the
be
Hoosiers,
normal?
like the like IU. They're the Hoosiers. Our state flowers.
We just had a moment of just staring at each other like. This is why y'all need to be on StreamYard, because it's never dead air. It's just some moments where I'm just like,
there's always something.
something.
It's
always something.
Are we high on this asphalt?
Probably.
Is that what's going on?
Probably. It's probably
It is
frying our
so
brain cells.
strong right now.
It's ridiculous. I just need.
Oh my God, your asthma. Oh my God, send help. Oh my God, send help.
I know, not me going out next. I think I just need time in the house, like a good solid month in the house.
Oh.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
Well, let's talk about it.
What?
It.
I'm going home.
No.
I'm going home.
Let's converse, because how far do I want to get into this?
As far as you want to go.
I want to reveal real life stuff, but I just want to keep it PG.
Just no names.
Okay. So, when you go on a date, what is usually your thing? So, like, if you initiate the date, do you expect to pay for it, or do you what like your when on a date, like date etiquette?
If we're talking about finances, preferably like if I have it and I set the date up, then my goal is to pay for it. But I think a safe, happy medium for me is always to go Dutch. I don't want to put that pressure on anybody, because just because you're interested in me doesn't mean you should like shell out a bunch of money on me. Like some people just aren't in a position to do that. So I don't really have
the same thing.
Yeah, I don't have financial expectations other than you can pay for yourself. That is my financial expectation.
Unless I invite you. If I invite you, then I'm expecting to pay for it. If we go Dutch, that is great. If we go like you buy this, I got that, that's even better. I feel like there's an effort put into it.
Yeah, I do think
Sometimes,
it's
like-
unattractive to expect someone else to pay for
Yeah.
you, though. Like, no.
Feels like if you invite me,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
weird to me.
Like, but then like no, because I feel like people can want to hang out with you but not be in a position to pay for the whole thing.
Yes, and then don't pick a place that's
Yeah.
we can hang out at the park. We can do something. We can do
Right.
art walk.
Yeah.
We can do something that's a little bit
Free. Yeah. And that works. You know, I'm all about meeting people where they're at. But in terms of date etiquette, don't be on the phone. Like if you can flip it over and like kind of push it away from you, that's ideal. Just so that way connection doesn't get broken.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
I was told that I am on my phone a lot, and I attributed that to my PTSD.
Really?
HU. I have PTSD from HU with my phone.
Oh yes, well that makes a lot of sense because back in your HU days, you were on your phone at any given hour. So,
like always checking, make sure I didn't miss a Slack or a text message or something's going on at this moment. And I realized I still check it now. Like, okay, I don't want to miss something.
Mhm.
You know, we are what 4 months out. April.
Wow, time
April,
flies.
May, no, I'm lying. 2 months. My last day was April 1st. It's July, so 3 months.
I think that there are so many like first date jitters that it's easy for either person to be in their head. And if you're on their phone a lot, I think it can easily be interpreted as a lack of interest.
And I think that's also hindered me a lot when I was dating before. Just me and my phone because I had to be. And people just feel like there was a disconnect when I was in my phone, which I agree.
Yeah.
It stopped me from dating.
Yeah, because they don't know. And then also like there's so many thoughts. Like I don't want to come across as like nosy, clingy, or like intrusive. So I don't want to ask like, why are you on your phone so much? But at the same time, like we're on a date.
Yeah.
So I get that. What about you? What are your etiquette tips?
Etiquette tips: be a gentleman. Whether you identify as, because you know these heteronormatives they put on dates, top or bottom or whatever. Be a gentleman. Hold the door open, or at least offer to hold the door open. Pull a chair out. Let them sit down first. Things like that.
Being chivalrous.
Very chivalrous. I think that's also important. I had tweeted the other day, actually yesterday, do people not go on dates anymore? Because I thought it was just really weird because people don't know proper date etiquette. Or when they say, hey, we should hang out, they mean like hang out at the house. Is that I try to figure out, is that a black gay man fear of being out with another black gay man and being looked at? Or is it simply because we're just not used to dating?
I think it depends on the person. Like if you're talking to me, I don't have no fear of being with you in public. I don't care. But if you're talking to someone who's like not there yet, then you know, maybe, just maybe, it could be a few things. It could be a person that like is afraid to be seen in public with another man because they don't want other people in their business. It could be that the intention is really just to get into some freak shit. Or the person's doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. There's so many things that could be the cause of that. I don't know. I'm kind of weird about like first dates in the house.
Yeah, I don't like first dates in the house because one, I don't want you to know where I live.
Right. That's a big one. That's a big one.
And then two, my house is not that exciting. I'm really boring. You've been in there. There's no TV.
You don't have a TV. Oh.
It's very. So if you come to my house, we're gonna talk.
Yeah, it's like I like dates that bring out our inner child.
Yeah.
Like those are my favorite type of dates. Taking me to the fair. Let's go to the fair. Let's go-kart. Let's laser tag. Let's do that stuff. So that way I can really see your personality because I don't want you to act too cool for anything. And like certain things you just can't be cool at.
Yeah.
Like you just have fun.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's it. Like those are my things. You talking about being chivalrous, being attentive, somewhere that's not your house.
Yeah.
Like those are like my 3 things.
Yeah. And then always just being present in the moment.
Mhm.
And don't bring up your ex on a date. I don't think you should bring up past relationships on a first date.
On a first date, but like what do you do if the person asks you like what happened in your last relationship? How do you even like?
That's different.
Because sometimes it pops up like that.
That's different, but like I wouldn't be like, oh, this reminds me of my ex. She used to always.
My chest kind of just caved in. Because it's like, oh girl, no. Absolutely not. Why do you feel so safe to talk about this?
Yeah, why are we talking about this right now, right here?
Like, are you reminiscing?
Yeah.
On your
that should never happen in a public first date.
No, Jesus.
But like, if someone asks me what happened in your last relationship, then I'll be honest. So I'm honest about that.
Right. That's different. Yes, I agree. All right. And that was all for the topic.
What's going on?
Flashing lights.
And now it's time for the question of the day.
Question.
All right. So today's question of the day is, what was something you learned this week that you think would help someone else? I thought about this when I wrote it. And something I learned this week, or that I've been reminded of this week, that I think would help someone else, is to let it flow. Toni Braxton voice. I think a lot of times we set an expectation really high, or we're married to specific outcomes, and sometimes it sets us up for disappointment, because when it doesn't go our way, we're just like so set that this is how it's supposed to happen, that when it doesn't, we don't know how to bounce back. And this could be in different ways, romantically, professionally. You may have interviewed for a job and just been like, I know I got this, like this is it. And then it doesn't happen, and then you're just like distraught, which is normal. That's fine. But I say that to say, like, control your peace at all times. I think, like, I've heard some things recently that weren't like the most pleasing to my ear, and I could have really went off the deep end with it, but I'm just like, that takes a lot of energy from me personally, and then I have to like recover from that. And I personally don't want to spend that type of energy unnecessarily, especially with the chaos in the world. Like, I want to be as tranquil as possible. So like, just let it flow. And that doesn't mean you can't feel the feels, but I think, like, just understand that sometimes life is going to give you some twists and turns, and you need to be able to adjust. Yeah, let it flow. And listen to that song by Toni Braxton. That song always comes on when I'm like in a space of distress. It's like the universe is like, oh, you need a reminder. And then that comes on, and it always kind of brings me back down. So let it flow. Really let it flow. What about you?
I've learned, like, if you say like just like very tangible, technical, that 988 is the new number for its national suicide hotline. It's no longer that super long number. You can easily call 988 if you need some counseling, if you need someone to talk to you off the ledge, you need someone to listen to you. 988 is the new national suicide hotline number, so please use that if you need it.
I'm glad they did that.
Me too. Me too, because you got to Google it and try to. I don't have time to Google.
Yeah,
it's like that. 988 is super easy to remember, and a little less tangible. I spoke about this earlier. Just being in said moment and not letting expectations or things ruin what you said. Kind of like what you said. Don't let the expectations or things ruin your timeline where you feel like you should be, or what's going on. Or when we put in our art out, making sure that we are putting our love in our art because that feels it. And take the moment to appreciate the art that you're doing, because people can feel that energy inside that, and that's what gives people the love and the passion behind it and connection behind it, because they feel your love and passion in it.
Absolutely. Do it for the thrill, not for the praise.
Yeah,
I agree. So y'all take that with y'all for this week. And that was all for the question of the day.
Question.
I will get into If I Told You That, and then we'll pick back up on it after this commercial break. Today's If I Told You That is, finish this quote or finish this line. You would be rich if they paid you for... You would be rich if they paid you for...
So many teams.
Initially, my bird brain said for being a bad bitch, and I was like, Eric Dodbuber. I would be rich if they paid me for being witty. Like,
that's good. That's a good one.
When I'm fully on it, like today, I'm very sleepy, so I don't feel like super on it, but I'm like on enough. Like when I'm really on it, I'm really witty. If I can make money for how witty I am, which I probably could, it's kind of my field.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
Right, I'd be really well off.
If I could get paid for anything,
don't say sucking dick
Well, now I have to think until after the commercial break to tell you what I'm gonna do. Gosh. Anything. Don't say sucking dick in the back of a turnpike. Well, now I have to think until after the commercial break to tell you what I'm gonna do.
Hey, Jackie, what's wrong?
I'm over here running around trying to tell everybody about the Podcast Pit.
What's the Podcast Pit?
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Of course there will be. It's at Joxer Dailies in Culver City. They have a full bar and a full menu.
Hey, I may need to tell people about this as well.
Yes, come with me. Let's tell them. The Podcast Pit is coming. The Podcast
Pit is coming.
What's up, friends? It's IE and Friends. We're here at the Podcast Pit LA. It was so fun. We came to rep the IE. I think we did a pretty good job. So shout out to the Podcast Pit for having us. Shout out to TGN. You guys should definitely check them out. You should check me out, Saul V. Gomez.
Y'all can find me at I Know Caesar on IG. You can find me at airbear_IE on IG.
And you guys can find the podcast at IE and Friends on every social media network except for OnlyFans. That's coming soon. So stay tuned. So follow us and follow TGN Podcast Pit. Have a good day, guys.
Sundays just got sweeter. The Hub Radio presents First Sundays Open Mic, hosted by Hub City Dre, DJ Gamma Ray, and the First Sundays Band. They're inviting all singers, rappers, comedians, and poets to show up and show out. Sign-ups begin at 6 p.m. Sundays Open Mic will take place every first Sunday of the month. It's just $10 before 8 p.m. and $20 after, so arrive early. The address is 1135 East Compton Boulevard. That's 1135 East Compton Boulevard in Compton, California. For more information, follow them on IG at First Sundays Open Mic. Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Hey, Shariq LeMay.
Hey, what up, Jay Pinkay?
You already know what it is. You pulling up with me on Thursdays?
Oh, you already know Thursdays is lit.
What we doing?
We live on Limelight Live on TGN Talk.
You already know 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern for our East Coast folks. And hey, Kelvin, why don't you join us sometimes?
Oh, gee, if you think I'm ready.
All right, Kelvin.
What a clown. I can't.
We'll see you then.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you The Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Are you happy with your life, money, career, or relationships? Most people are frustrated with how life is evolving around them. What if you could change one thing to turn your life into a different direction? Would you want the insight? How could you transform your life with intuitive awareness? Learn more. Get answers today. Book a free discovery session.
We are back, and you are listening to the Get Right Radio Show. We are currently on If I Told You That, and today's If I Told You That is Finish This Prompt. You would be rich if they paid you for Kelvin.
If they paid me for overthinking, I think I'll be the richest person in the world.
That's a
I
goodie.
play out so many scenarios in my head, and then go back to the real one. Like I'll play out the most crazy, action-packed, ridiculous scenarios, and then finally land on, okay, Kelvin, this is actually what's gonna happen. And then that's how actually it's gonna happen. Like just let it happen, and then it go. So overthinking, if they could pay me for anything, it'd definitely be I'll be rich. I'll be a billionaire, Bill Gates.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find a grant.
Let's see.
Maybe they'll like put you under like
something,
a sleep test, and then see how much,
and like connect something in my head.
Or yeah, you just got to stay there for a full 24 hours, and then they see how much you overthink. That would probably be like super heightened, because it's like, oh my god, do they know exactly what I'm thinking about, or are they just like realizing that my brain waves are going? Like,
yeah, like can they see my inner deeper thoughts that I don't, my subconscious thoughts that I'm not even thinking?
You were like, don't think. I can see.
I mean, the whole time thinking about things I'm not thinking about. Yeah, I think that would be a good one. Or they just pay me for being, chocolate. Yeah.
They'd say down to your knees.
Yeah.
That's what Twitter said, Joe.
I don't know why Twitter's saying that.
I mean, we only go off the post. That was all for If I Told You That. Did you bring that gay shit here?
Before we get to uniquely speaking, we have some time today.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, our shout out to Christian Charles Armani White. He always likes to send me random things.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, whenever I try to text Chris, it goes to another number.
Okay.
So me and Chris don't text. We
Okay.
DM each other.
Okay.
Every day.
Okay.
We talk in the DMs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, if Instagram or Twitter was to ever go down, I don't know how me and Chris would still communicate because that's how we talk. Because every time I try to text him, it directs us somewhere else.
Do you ever try calling him?
Yes.
Does he pick
Have
up?
you talked on the phone with Chris?
No.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It seems very straight to the point.
Okay. All right, bye.
It seems very
Yeah.
straight to the point.
So I'd rather we can talk. So Chris just sent me this, and it says, "Do big notes in R&B still exist like these?"
Like the major payoff note?
Yeah. Okay. I can't skip this one.
You will not. Cut it.
Okay.
Because
But
they're
you
all
get it.
loud.
You get it.
They're
You get
all
it.
loud, yes.
But it opens up the bigger conversation that I was having earlier about R&B music and our actual singers singing in R&B today. Who really has those big belting notes that sustainable gut notes, the big modulations, the big
Mhm.
moments? We don't have that in music anymore. And is music starting to get less exciting?
I mean, we don't have it in music, but I think there's a difference in between who has the ability to do it and then who is showcasing it. Two different conversations, because I think that record execs do play a part in pushing the narrative that the listener does not want to hear that is very dated. And even a lot of songs don't have bridges.
Yeah, which is weird to me.
I'm like,
Bring back the bridge.
Bridges are the best parts of most R&B songs.
Hashtag bring back the bridge.
Period. And then tag Michelle Williams too.
Yes. Queen of the bridge.
Period. Yeah, because like off the top of my head, who do I think can do it? Jasmine Sullivan can definitely do that. Fantasia
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
Not that these are like the girls of today, but like those are the girls that I think of immediately that are still kind of close to this time that can deliver that. I feel like Chloe can.
Yes.
Maybe Halle can. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I know how they can.
Okay, I don't listen to enough of her individually to know. But I feel like Chloe definitely can do it. I want to say Ari Lennox.
I think Ari can.
I feel like she could, but I don't feel like that's not her.
Sit on it. Sit on it was like the last time we had like a big power moment. Like
Oh, that's true.
they both hit like that power. It's like, wow, this is a moment.
But I don't think Ari does that much.
She doesn't.
She's not like, because I'm thinking like, and then I Will Always Love You. I don't think I've ever heard Ari Lennox take that approach
no.
to it. Which
But
makes me
why?
like,
That makes it what happened to the days of the power ballad?
also, how's it being written? Is it written for that? You can't just
Yeah.
throw it in there if it doesn't make sense, because
Yeah.
now you're just screaming.
Yeah. But that's why I appreciate like artists, those composers like David Foster and Babyface, and
Mhm.
those people that allow people's voices to breathe.
Mhm.
I think so many times now we don't have songs that just
No, everything is like 2 minutes and 57
Yeah.
seconds.
let the song breathe. Let the artist emote. I
Mhm.
think that's why Adele does so well.
Yeah, Adele definitely does. That is Adele's brand.
Yeah, because she makes music that allows her to emote and allow her to breathe. It's not the same rap, and shout out to Beyonce for creating it with Bills in '96. But
Huh?
Beyonce invented sing rapping.
Oh. Bills was what did that, or Bugaboo? Was Bills
Well,
has
yeah,
no
Bugaboo.
rapping.
Bugaboo, yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. Wrong reference. Bugaboo.
I know where you were going. Just want to hold you accountable.
Thank you so much.
So
blame Beyonce and thank Beyonce for changing music forever.
Mhm.
But I think it's time for us to get back to just like singing.
Yes, and more of a focus on maintaining and elevating the tool. Because we had a string of bad live performances in recent weeks, and I'm just like, these are not the people I want to hear screaming in a studio.
Yeah.
If you can't do it live, I really don't want to hear it in a studio. I don't know. Like, who possesses that skill off the top of your head? Because I don't have many. Summer Walker is not that girl. She has a beautiful voice, but she's not like a belter. She just has a really nice singing
You know
voice.
who has a really good voice, and I hate to say this, I'd never listen to any of her music, but she neglects it.
Who?
Queen Naija.
She has a really pretty voice.
But she doesn't use it.
No, but I also don't think it's her. I feel like, okay, I think there's a difference. Like, I feel like Summer Walker's music doesn't cater towards that. No, it's the same thing. Neither of their music catered towards that.
Yeah.
Like, they just make nice songs, but nothing that strays from the norm of now. Like, everything is like, because it's a lot of mood music. Like, we're in our sad girl boy music era.
I don't know why.
It's just been the times for the last few years. I feel like it really started with like the Jhené Aikos, and then like there became like that own genre in R&B, and that doesn't have a place for that.
That's why I feel like B and Drake. It's time to go outside, try to live again. Can we have happy love music?
But even then, like, does that create space for belting?
House
Well, no,
music
it does. It does. It
House
does.
music does.
CeCe Peniston,
Yeah.
Robin. Yeah, you're right.
Those were singers. You had to sing to be in house music back then.
Yeah, you're right. I just don't know who. Queen Naija has a beautiful voice, and I think she could. I think Summer Walker could really blow our minds if her music was geared towards
Like
that.
if you listen to like old like Summer Walker like sessions like 33 and those things, like Summer was singing.
Yeah, she can sing her ass off. She can sing her ass off.
So I don't.
I think it's the writing. I just think that it's the writing.
I already gave Uniquely Speaking at the beginning of the show, so I'm not doing it again.
Oh, okay. So today's Uniquely Speaking is to you bridgeless bitches and you non-vocal stretching whores. We want levels, layers, dimensions. Please give them to us. I don't really know. Like, I'm thinking like of Lucky Day. But he doesn't have that. He sounds really nice too. I just don't. Maybe because I haven't seen them that way. That's why it's hard for me to imagine. But I don't see him as like a belter. Just a guy with a nice voice.
Lucky emotes in his records.
He does.
You can feel it in there. Does he have that long sustainable notes thing, or does he really like belt? No,
I don't think.
But he emotes well. Like the last belter that I could was Jasmine. But before that, like Kelly Price.
That is like
Deborah Cox.
Mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Not even like
last
Deborah and them, but like Jasmine is mid 2000s.
That's like the last people I could think like, oh, this person is belting.
Maybe like a JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo. Yeah, but in my mind.
Yes.
I just got chills thinking about that song.
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been off that way for some years now.
What do you think it will be a renaissance and will it come back?
I think so. I think everything is recycled or upcycled. Like, I think everything has its seasons. It just has to come across as trendy again.
Ariana Grande.
Oh, absolutely. Ariana Grande doesn't do enough for her voice for me.
No, she doesn't.
Like, that R&B album was really amazing. I hate that her core fan base kind of ripped it to shreds because I was like, you are on to something. That album was great. She also had this this thing on YouTube where she did a whole live session of that last album. And I was like, this girl's phenomenal.
She was singing. I'm excited to see her play Glinda the Good Witch because I know she has that musical background and she's gonna bring that to it and shock a lot of people. She's gonna get Oscar.
I've been following her since like
Sam McCann.
Victorious. And I've been a fan since because they were all singing. That was a singing cast.
Yeah.
And she's incredible. I feel like Ariana Grande has to cater to her fans because that's her bread and butter. But I'm just like, if she really just was like, I don't care what y'all think, I'm gonna use my voice, we would be in for a treat.
Yeah. The Color Purple rap.
Oh, with Fantasia?
Yes.
That's so exciting.
So we should be looking for it next year. Only thing is, Fantasia's gonna probably go up against Ariana.
So, at least it's two worthy people.
Yeah, I really want Fantasia to win.
She could. It just depends. It depends. Honestly, I don't know. I'm going with the flow of life at this point because who's to say Fantasia can't be Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
I know, like, it's in most spaces you would expect Ariana Grande to win, but like, as long as they both get their things for probably 2 amazing performances, that's all I care about. Because at this point, the award shows, what value do they hold?
Not a lot.
What value do they hold?
Yeah.
Nothing. So, as long as they get their things and they give us great performances and we support them, that's all that matters. At this
I
point.
can definitely see Color Purple coming out. Maybe, I don't know.
Next Juneteenth?
I don't know. Because that's too far ahead in the award show season. Because Wicked comes out Christmas 2013, 2023, and 2024.
Wicked is like one of the longest running plays I've ever heard of in my life.
And I know they're going to sweep. Her and Cynthia Erivo, a 2-time.
She's in Wicked too?
Yeah, she's playing the Green Witch.
I should go see Wicked. I've wanted to see it since I was a kid,
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
really good.
you know,
I know that award season is going to be tough.
That's good though.
Tough. It's like this award season. Beyonce and Adele back at it again.
Love that.
Back at it again. Beyonce and Adele.
Oh, well, Beyonce's project comes out in a few days. I was about to say, what's she going against Adele with? That's exciting.
It is.
I
It's
like
good to have
that.
the powerhouses.
Mhm.
But also,
The girl's really doing it.
Also, Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
We have to remember. I'm not getting to all this stuff. We're talking about award show season. I could talk about this forever.
I know. It makes you
The
happy.
VMAs come out next month.
I'm
excited.
excited.
I'm excited. I hope that they give Lil Nas X his things.
Hopefully,
yes, rightfully so. Yeah, they come out next month.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll
That's
get a
exciting.
Beyonce performance.
Maybe. You know, I really miss the days when Beyonce would show up.
Yeah, I miss the days when the big names, the people that brought a show, show up. Beyonce, Rihanna.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, Chris.
Why, Chris?
Chris Brown.
Why do you hate to say it?
Because his live shows are trash now.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
But like those big, we don't have big performers anymore. Lil Nas X does his best. Megan does her best.
Yes, yes. Shout outs to the new people. Really, like Cardi does her thing.
Yeah,
Lotto is
yeah,
becoming a great performer. Like
Yeah.
Summer is slowly working towards it. Ari Lennox gives you what she needs to
Yeah.
give. Jasmine is great. She's not new, but she's
I'm
great
talking
to
about,
have in
like,
a room.
spectacles. People don't
Yeah.
give like spectacles anymore.
No,
Like the BT Awards are really, really good. I will say that. They were really, really good.
they're revamping. I think they need to work on a technical standpoint.
I think so too. I think Jesse Collins and I think that Raj are great producers
Mhm.
and getting all the things. But I don't know who's on that other side of that team.
The technical part, that's not. They just need to run some more sound checks. That's really what they need to run some more sound checks and really make sure everything is kind of like, I don't want to say bulletproof in these times, but like everything is just like surefire.
Yeah.
But also I think that it depends on the framing of these shows. Like what are, because certain moments were planned, like certain things just went with the times really well. Like, do you remember when it was Britney, Madonna, and Christina?
Yeah.
Perfect. What else?
But like even at the BT Awards, there was not a nod to the people that came before us. Like they used to do
Yeah.
like, well, Diddy did the Lifetime Achievement Award, but like I used to look forward to BT Awards because there would always be one artist who made a comeback. Like
Mhm.
when D'Angelo came back, when
Mhm.
Maxwell came back,
Mhm.
when Ronald Isley and them came back.
Mhm.
Like there was always a moment. It's like,
Right, blow your mind.
yeah,
I feel
we
that.
don't have those legend moments no more.
I think that we need shows, like there are certain shows that I don't think come on frequently enough. I know Black Girl Rock comes on yearly.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that program because they do it up every single year, but it
Yeah.
doesn't get the publicity it's supposed to because it's about Black women and in America. So that Rip the Runway,
I remember Rip the Runway.
that was so good.
And Rip the Runway will do so well right now with Black designers.
Wow.
BET, hi, I'm Kelvin. This is Eric. We would love to sit on the board of programming.
Because like BET has had, I mean, this is the mini network, especially MTV, has had amazing programming, and then they kind of just said,
Yeah.
I don't know who was a part of that decision making process, but I hope you let them go.
All the people at Viacom.
Jesus, Rip the Runway was my shit. Black Girls Rock, The
BET honors.
BET honors. I love that. What is the other one that they were doing when Tiana Taylor performed for Lil' Kim?
Oh,
that wasn't BET. That was like
VH1
VH1.
Hip Hop honors.
That needs to happen more frequently. I just think that there needs to be like we really need to dig in the crates and figure out who was impactful that hasn't gotten their things and like give that, because I think it's great that we're embracing the new and we're seeing different ways to just perform and be an artist, but we need the old mixed with it, because that creates that community, because then you have the aunties and the grandmothers and grandfathers with the nieces and nephews, and now you are getting a firsthand look at where everyone comes from.
And I think that's why music is getting lost, because we don't acknowledge those who paved the way for us.
Except for a sample that may or may not be poorly done.
Yeah. We don't acknowledge, we don't bring the cultures together.
Mhm.
One thing that's so great about African American culture, if you look at the history of like our cookouts and just barbecues and family get-togethers, it's all the
Mhm.
generations together. We know our cousins, we know our great aunties, we know our great uncles, and they know the babies, they know their greats.
Right.
Because we all come together and we acknowledge and respect each other. And I think in the industry we have learned, we are starting to drift away from that. The level of respect towards each person in their craft, it's not there anymore.
No, it's different. And yeah, I don't want to be like a pessimist, and there's power in words. I just feel like the time that we're in is so uncertain and up in the air that I really just want to see things happen the way that I feel like they're supposed to happen. Not necessarily in my own personal life, but I feel like there is certain clear-cut things that we just missed the mark on, like certain performances, certain award shows, law passings. Like I'm like certain things I feel like we're just obviously missing the mark with. To keep it in the realm of performances, I really think that have we gotten a Mariah Lifetime Award? Like tribute?
No, we haven't.
I don't know who the fuck's gonna do it.
Mariah Carey,
Ariana
Kirk
Grande?
Franklin.
Oh.
I'm talking about people that deserve it.
Oh, that
Mariah
deserve it.
Carey,
Mhm.
Kirk Franklin,
Yeah.
Keith Sweat,
Avant.
Avant.
Avant?
Yes.
I love Avant, but I feel like he should be a part. I feel like for artists that don't have super heavy catalogs, I think that we should do a mashup.
Teddy Riley.
Remember how they used to do like with Janet Jackson, they had Heavy D do it, and then other, or better example for Destiny's Child, how they had Tierra Marie, Rihanna, and A-Marie do it. I think that's what needs to happen for like these mashups, and then also it would help like upstart these younger guys who need more practice and need more visibility. Like imagine a Giveon, a Lucky J, a Masego, all doing these tributes together. Like that is literally
Like I
bridging
love
the
Diddy,
gap.
but Diddy didn't deserve a Lifetime Achievement Award this year.
What are you saying? Why would you say that?
Kirk Franklin should have got it.
I feel like Diddy's first.
I feel like Kirk's first.
I feel like Diddy's impact is bigger.
I feel like there's a lot of people that should have got it.
Diddy gave us so many great artists
Congratulations.
as opposed to being an artist. Diddy deserve that?
He deserved it.
I know he has questionable practices.
I'm gonna clap
but
for
Diddy
him.
deserved that
No, I
shit.
think that he deserved it, but just not today.
But Kirk Franklin deserved it today.
Yeah. There's other people that we need to give flowers right now.
I think he deserved it. But I do agree that I think Kirk Franklin should. I think Mary should, because those were like the like for my generation, those were like when you were like, oh, you listen to gospel, Mary. Like they deserve that. Yolanda Adams.
Yeah.
Who else that's like not smaller scale, but like had an impact, and we just kind of I know Tamia got one.
Yeah.
And that was a really good tribute with Melanie Fiona and Kiki Wyatt.
Yeah. But those are like the Black Music Honors.
Right.
Which are really nice, and really I'm happy that they are accepting and appreciating those Black music, those artists that have paved the way. But like on these major platforms,
oh,
we
like
need
the
like
VMAs
BET honors,
and,
the VMAs. Well, who's gonna do the video? Vanguard. You think Nicki would actually do it this year? Because I know they tried to do it before, but she didn't get that COVID test. Allegedly.
Oh yeah, I feel like Nicki should get one. Actually, I was gonna say what?
This should be the perfect year for her to actually do the video Vanguard Award, especially if she's gonna try to come back with another album.
Yeah. This next song is gonna be huge for her.
You think so?
You heard it?
No.
It's Anaconda Part 2.
Is it a sample? Is the full
It's a
song
sample
out?
down.
Is the full song out?
No, She just released a snippet, but I guarantee you, this is gonna be her biggest song in some years. Because it's Anaconda Part 2. I forgot the sample though, but it's gonna be good.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, you'll hear it and be like, yep, she's back.
Well, the summer's almost over, Nikki.
Yeah,
She
she
gonna
better
drop
hurry
the
up.
song of the summer after summer.
She better hurry up.
And guess who's coming next week?
who?
B. B's coming in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So it really doesn't matter.
No, but that's fun. Well, imagine Rihanna just like wilded out and just popped up with some shit.
Maybe some shit. Maybe some shit.
Like,
and the R&B is back.
That'd be
Rihanna,
fun.
Nicki, Beyonce.
Mhm.
R&B is back.
That'd be fun. That'd be so much fun. Destiny's Child needs a tribute now.
Now.
I want it in
Now.
this era. Not when they're still doing
Now.
Destiny Fulfilled. I want it when we have not seen them in a long time and we're still speculating a
Now.
tour. I want it now.
Now.
Yeah. Oh, I would also talk to BET about like putting together, like, I would give all the men of the 90s and no, just the 90s tribute. Like, I would give Jaheim,
Tyrese.
Case, Tyrese, Tank,
Joe.
Genuine, Joe.
Joe Thomas.
Yeah. I would like, I want to throw music in there, but music has a lot of music.
Yeah, but throw him in there too. Because you know I love music.
That might be an extensive set, but just think about how much good talent you can get from that. And just giving all those black men their things. Like, if you have them lined up on a stage with like their trophies or whatever, that is what the culture needs. And I don't know how they keep missing the mark on that.
I don't know how they keep missing the mark.
I don't understand. Like, the Grammys, I can understand how you missed the mark. It's a shame because you are like the most notable music award show, but like you're also white run. And it's like you're not going to focus as much on artists in the black community unless they're super mainstream. So I get that. But BET, I don't know how y'all keep missing that mark. I don't know. I do not know. It seems like common sense. But yeah. Well, I guess that was all for Uniquely Speaking. We gave some great advice to all of these networks, and I hope all of you take heed, because actually I hope they don't listen and we just actually go pitch it and get paid.
Pitch it for our damn
Yeah, because if they hear it here, they might just do it, and they don't have to credit us. But I will know that they took that from us, you know. So, but yeah. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Get Right Radio Show. You can catch me on IG at The World According to Eric, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devontae, and TikTok at Eric Devontae Russell 3.
And you can find me, Kelvin Unique, on Instagram at Kelvin Unique.
He's being a bad first date again.
On Twitter, you can find me at Kelvin Unique. The Unique Kelvin, which is my only Twitter. You also can find the Get Right Radio Show at the Get Right Radio Show on Instagram. And if you love this show and all the other shows, make sure you download the Good News Radio app. It's free.
It is free. It is free.
It's free entertainment.
For now. Get with it.
For now.
Get with it. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got right.
Oh my God, that's right. Get right or get left.
Bitch, you better get right. I'm over it.